Whether it's Baghdad or Bangladesh, Gaza or Guatemala, the plight of those looking for a better life has only intensified the debate over immigration in this country. Last year, we told you about one Iraqi immigrant, a friend of mine who had made the leap. But when we last left him, his future remained uncertain. He had moved to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in a place where the old so easily meshes with the new. It seemed a pretty fitting place to find an old friend's new home.
Good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
We hadn't seen each other in more than a decade, since the unwelcome circumstance that first brought us together. The war in Iraq. It was in Baghdad, on the eve of the U.S. invasion, that I first met Atheer Hameed Hussein. He was an Iraqi photographer, a cameraman, well known in Baghdad for his work shooting soap operas and documentaries. CBS News hired him not only for his eye, but for his language and local knowledge. But it turned out Atheer's greatest asset was his courage. When the UN headquarters in Baghdad was attacked in 2003, Atheer was inside. He kept his compassion, his composure, and his camera rolling.
After the blast happened, everything became dark, too dark. Even I can't see my hand. All of the people around me, laying in the floor, some of them dead, some of them injured, some of them crying, some of them screaming. Only me, I am good.
He led people to safety using the light on his camera. But it wasn't just the violence he covered. In his battered Volkswagen Bug, we'd go bouncing around Baghdad to find the touching, too. We found the Baghdad Symphony, getting back to playing music again. We ventured to the Baghdad Zoo,
Stormed by looters who took every morsel of food.
where starving animals were fed and watered thanks to the U.S. military.
Let's rock and roll.
All the way to the building. Go.
And we went to a hospital maternity ward to witness the first of a generation not born under the dictatorship of Saddam Hussein.
Nice memories. Nice.
They are.
They are nice. Even they are. It was a tough time, difficult, but when you remember, when you see them, remember that you think you did something.
We did do something.
Yes,
didn't we?
we did. We did something, yes, for sure.
But it all came with a price. Any Iraqi working with Westerners soon became a target. Atheer's brother, who worked for a local TV channel in Baghdad, was murdered.
It was a big shock for us, and it was a big sign for me. Some people told me, you will be the next, so take care.
They told you you'd be next.
Hey, so take care and leave the country better for you.
Baghdad would always be their hometown, but it was too dangerous to be home any longer. So, 5 years ago, Atheer and his family fled Iraq. The threats against his family had allowed him to gain legal refugee status from the U.S. government. And with little more than they could carry, they arrived in the U.S.
So, of all the places, though, why Lancaster?
It's a quiet and peaceful town.
But his wife, Arij, says the adjustment hasn't been easy.
No, nobody know us, nothing. We start from zero. But we are a strong family.
Strong indeed. But the price of their much-deserved peace meant they couldn't return to Baghdad, not even when Atheer's mother passed away.
I couldn't say goodbye to her because I was here. It made me cry for 3 days. But what should I do?
Atheer also lost his job as a cameraman. There wasn't much of a need for a war photographer in the Pennsylvania countryside. So he took what he could find. His first job was here, on an assembly line at a chicken processing plant. And then a job as a custodian at a public school in Lancaster. His college degree was of little consequence in that job, nor is the fact that the images his camera once captured were seen by millions. His station in life had indeed changed, and when we last visited, it was a reality that brought him to tears.
That sucks, man. It's gonna get better though. I can't imagine it's not.
This job is respectable, good job, but it's hurt me. But I had to do it because I need to survive, to feed my family, and now I have a big family.
The sacrifice meant he could provide for that family. Haneen, his daughter, his son, Hyder.
Yeah.
And his twin girls, both born as U.S. citizens late in 2012. The chance to start over was indeed a blessing. But Atheer told us back then that there was still one gaping hole.
So I still have a hope to find my real life as a cameraman.
You're not giving that up.
No, never.
And he didn't. A few weeks after we visited, while he was vacuuming another classroom, his phone rang. It was KYW TV in Philadelphia. They'd seen our Sunday morning story, and turns out they were in need of a cameraman.
So you've got a vacuum cleaner in one hand, the phone in the other hand telling you get to be a cameraman again. You probably dropped the vacuum pretty quick.
I dropped the vacuum and I turned it off right away, and I said, I will exchange you with the camera.
Within a few weeks, Atheer was right back to earning a living as a news photographer. On this day, covering a carjacking and the memorial that was set up for the victim. He's still covering life and death, but it's different now.
Imagine I am carrying my camera and walking on the street with you, normal, nobody will attack me. Imagine that.
It's different than what we were used
Yes,
to, huh?
yes, very different.
Something else is different now, too.
Of the United States of America.
Last month, Atheer became a U.S. citizen.
Atheer Hameed Hussein.
And 2 weeks later, he watched his wife Arij become a citizen as well.
Thank you. I can tell this is not the ending. This is just a beginning for our story, for our life, for our kids.
What time should I leave?
But there are still a lot of challenges ahead. Atheer's job is only part-time at the moment. There are few benefits and no health insurance. Not yet. But after all he's been through, Atheer Hameed Hussein will be the last person you hear complaining.
Now I am living the American reality. I don't call it the American dream.
Why isn't it a dream?
It is not a dream. It is real. I am living normal life. I have a good family, good job. So it's real. It's not an American dream. It's an American reality.